All right, guys, welcome back to the match here between Javier and Olivier. We're at Ground Zero Games in Tyler, Texas. I'm Steven.
And I'm Zach.
And we're watching the conclusion of this match. Dial got to 5 at the first game with Olivier the victor. So going to have to do some serious work on the light side end of things to make this happen.
Yeah, with Javier being the lower seed here, he's got to win before the dial gets to 5. Not even if it gets to 5, Olivier will advance on.
Well, I'm interested to see this Rebel affiliation here. That's pretty refreshing. I've seen a lot of smugglers, and there's a lot of smugglers at this regional, and just worldwide since this is right before that restricted list hit, the one that took away a lot of their more broken combos, the one more broken combo, I would say. So it only made sense to run them at this point, but we got the Rebels anyway.
Yeah, I've got a feeling this is going to be a sleuth-style deck. The old-school vehicles, defense you have in 4, just dropping in a bunch of guys and attacking every turn, which that deck has games, even before that, like without restriction, like none of that stuff going on. Has games where you win with the dial between 3 and 5, so this is totally not out of reach for Javier.
It is possible, and we're going to see it pretty much based on this opening draw, I'd almost say. That's going to have a lot to do with it, especially once we see the objectives. We'll know if there's a better chance.
Yeah, I'm
looks
seeing
like
some vehicle protectors over there in Sluice. There it is.
Yeah.
All right,
and
look
that's
at that.
the opening that you want to drop if you're going to get it done.
The only thing you can maybe ask for there is a defense you have in 4 to play a bunch of units, but that's max damage right there. Now, I will say, Olivier, what's interesting about this match, he was playing Imperial Rush. Pure Imperial, get it, just go. And that's
bump the dial up as quickly as possible.
That's going to make it really tough here for Javier because he needs to go all out offense, but Olivier blowing up 1 or 2 objectives pretty much seals the deal.
TIE Attack Squadron. Talk about an MVP unit.
Oh, so MVP, he's now back in hand.
So MVP, he's out of here. And we don't know why. I think
Olivier thought he had quad reinforcements out, so he could discard to make him cost less, and he did not. This really is not a great start. I've seen Olivier on the day, and he had some brutal starts with quad reinforcements, getting 3 or 4 units out.
Not here.
Not here.
Definitely not here.
There goes the Y-Wing.
There's a Y-Wing. And now we get 2 fresh cards. And
4 fresh cards.
We get 4 fresh cards.
Defense he having 4 here would be absurd because he now has 4 extra cards and he would get to play units for days.
Great. That's a great little synergy.
Dash off and find himself still in the sleuth deck even after restriction because you have the 2 holding all the cards. You also have the objective that gives you extra damage, so it fits right in, but not exactly what you maybe want to see. We'll see if we get freeholders in this first turn.
I'm going to say no, or else there would not be so much deliberation over here on Javier's side of the board.
Actually, something tells me, is the freeholders objective smugglers only?
Something tells me that I need to know that, Zach. You're the guy.
Well, once the restricted list happened, all that knowledge faded.
Yeah, don't need to worry about this anymore.
See Rebel Assault in hand. Javier may have the tools here to get it done. We'll see. I see a sleuth scout.
Yeah, there's a sleuth. And not a terribly threatening defense over on the other side of the board.
No, not at all. I think it's sleuth and protector here. That's the option you have to take. You could maybe Rebel Assault the unit off the board, but having protection, it's going to be impossible for him to really kill a unit. You're going to get a strike, and that's a lot of damage.
Well, there's definitely no chance of that Rebel Assault now.
No, there's not. I think he accidentally spent that, honestly. I think I remember him saying something about that. Because if he had Rebel Assault open here, he could Rebel Assault, and there's no way Olivier can get to less cards.
Oh, this is going to be a nasty realization. If that's really what's happening here. And we go to the edge. Double pass. Javier wins. And we're looking at cards in hand. There's tons.
4 damage to the objective, 1 to the unit, taking away the shield. That unit's going to be double focused here. But the objective, I don't know what it's called. I think it's Indoor Gambit up top
Shield.
for Olivier that's going to remove it.
Shield was clutch there. Without that shield, Sleuth just runs through that thing.
Yeah, still 4 damage is not awful, but
2 unspent resources, kind of a bummer.
yeah, I mean, imagine if he has a vehicle protector there for another swing at a, like, gonna go ahead and defense protocol there, lowering his reserve value to kill the Sleuth Scout. His reserve value is increased by 1 by recon mission down there, so he's back to normal.
Back to normal.
This is the old Matt Cole's secret right there.
There's the TIE attack squadron.
So that was at 3. Olivier with a Talon roll here could blow up an objective, get it out of the 4.
You know, I have to wonder, you've got to think, if you're putting that TIE attack squadron out with targeted strike, why are you bothering lowering your reserve?
Wow.
Replica droid comes out with him. Talon roll the squadron. And then Javier says, I'm done.
Yeah, that's the game. He blew up 2 objectives.
He blew up 2 objectives.
Wow.
That's called a rush. That's
Yeah.
the greatest rush that I've seen on the dark side, without a doubt.
Javier noting there at the end he spent the wrong resources and needed Rebel Assault to not lose there.
Yep.
Which is true.
What a bummer. Well, congrats to Olivier. He's going to be moving on, and we'll have some more games from him. And Javier, congrats for getting this far as well. Thank you guys for joining us. We are at the Ground Zero Games Regional for the Star Wars Living Card Game in Tyler, Texas. And we will catch you on more games coming from this fantastic event.